Welcome back. We all know that being proactive can really pay off. So tonight, some on-the-money advice you're going to want to act on now before things get hectic around the holidays and you just don't have the time. Joining me, Jan ten Haagen, certified financial planner and founder of the ten Haagen Financial Group, which is based in Huntington. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming back in.
Thank you.
We're at the end of the year already, and some people are going, wait a second, it's only November. But you know, once we hit Thanksgiving and start flying towards the holidays and this stuff kind of all goes by the wayside. So there's some things we have to do money-wise to start looking at now. One of the first things is investments. You have to look at your investments, specifically your losses and gains.
Well, very much so.
Okay,
sure.
How and why?
Well, why is that if you have a position that's way down, but you still like it for the long term, you can do something like double up, but you have to do it for 31 days, or it's called a wash sale, and then you lose the loss.
Okay.
So you've got to do it by the 29th of this month.
Oh, all right.
To do it this year. At the same time, if you already have a high tax position this year, maybe you want to wait till next year to take the gains, if you have them after this year.
Yeah, after that's true.
But then you can hold off until April of 2013 to pay those taxes.
All right, you have to review and update your trusts and your wills. It's a good time at the end of the year to start looking at how, you know, where you have been, where things are going for the next year, and update those important documents.
Well, sure. With a trust, just make sure it still fits your needs.
Okay.
If it's revocable or not revocable. But with a will, was it the last time you reviewed it was prior to 2 kids ago, or is someone passed away, someone divorced, somebody's inherited something? You've got to review it to see if it still fits your needs.
You know, it's amazing, excuse me, how sometimes people don't realize that they haven't updated their beneficiaries, you know, and things like that, because our lives change, you know, so quickly.
We could do a whole show on that.
And maybe we will.
Well, let's hope so. I mean,
yeah, because that's important.
Critical.
It's very important. Third thing you need to do is, I don't have the third, well, what is that? I don't have the third one in front of me. What is it?
Mortgages.
Oh, there we go. No, we're up to thank you guys for putting that up for me. Re-examine your insurance coverage, because I'm not even sure at this point if all my insurance is up to date the way it should be, especially when it comes to my the insurance on my house.
Well, on the house, one thing, but what about the coverage on I'm drawing a blank line.
See,
it's catching.
I'm contagious.
It's
I'm
catching.
contagious.
The premiums on insurance have come down radically over the last 5-10 years. So if you're still in good health, even though it's multiple years later, you could get more insurance for the same amount of money or pay less for what you're having now. So it's critical to take a look at it. And if you have term insurance, how many years until the term terminates? And maybe it's time to look at either UL, Universal Life, or Whole Life as a more permanent insurance going forward, if you need it at all.
Now let's go to the last one, that it is kind of especially important for a lot of people these days. Think about your mortgage. I mean, take a look at how much you have left on your mortgage. Is it time for you to refinance? I mean, ridiculously, the interest on mortgages is down in numbers that we haven't seen ever, I don't think.
Yeah, it's historically low. If you haven't refinanced, you should really take a look at that. But also, how long do you plan to stay in that house?
Right.
If you're going to be there 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's really not worth it. But if you're going to be there 5 or 10 years or more, then it strongly makes sense.
The other problem, though, Jan, with that is, even though it's great, I mean, good luck trying to find somebody who's willing to give you credit. Your credit really has to be pristine these days, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I mean, look what happened when it wasn't.
Right.
A few years ago.
Right.
It was really bad.
So make sure you're in a good financial position with that as well before you go trying to refinance your mortgage.
Absolutely.
All right. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Jan.
Always
I appreciate
a pleasure.
it. We'll have more things for us to think about when it comes to the end of the year also in the next couple of weeks. When we come back, Bill Corbell shows us when the rain will end in his 7-day hyperlocal forecast, plus the angry passenger that hitched a ride with astronauts as they blasted off into outer space. Stay with us.